Hi friends, in this video I will present material related to samples in the research methodology course, namely, let's go straight to the first material, namely an introduction to what a sample is. Kirim. Introduction. The use of samples in research methodology is crucial. Not all populations can be studied directly due to time, cost, and energy constraints. Therefore, researchers use samples as representatives of the population. In scientific research, sampling must be done methodologically so that the results are valid and reliable. Definition. Populaci dan sample. Population, all subjects or objects that have certain characteristics and are of interest to researchers. Sample, part of the population selected for analysis, expected to represent the entire population. Importance of using samples, to save time, cost, and effort in conducting research. Next. Characteristics. Characteristics of a good sample. Represents the characteristics of the population proportionally. Sufficient in size for statistical analysis. Selected objectively and systematically. Minimizes bias in the selection process. Relevant to the purpose and type of research. Sampling techniques. Sampling is divided into two large groups. 1. Probability sampling, random. Every member of the population has an equal chance of being selected. Types. Simple random sampling, random selection from the entire population. Stratified sampling, the population is divided into strata and a sample is taken from each stratum. Cluster sampling, the population is grouped by area, then the groups are selected randomly. Systematic sampling, samples are taken at certain intervals from the population list. 2. Non-probability sampling, non-random. Not all members of the population have an equal chance of being selected.
And next. 2. Non-probability sampling, non-random. Not all members of the population have an equal chance of being selected. Types. Purposive sampling, based on the researcher's consideration. Convenience sampling, based on ease of access to respondents. Quota sampling, based on a certain quota according to characteristics. Snowball sampling, initial respondents recommend subsequent respondents. Determining sample size. Characteristics of a good sample. Represents the characteristics of the population proportionally. Sufficient in size for statistical analysis. Selected objectively and systematically. Minimizes bias in the selection process. Relevant to the purpose and type of research. And last. Conclusion. A sample is a part of a population that is used to represent the overall characteristics of the population. The use of samples allows research to be conducted more efficiently in terms of time, cost, and effort. The selection of the right sampling technique greatly affects the validity and reliability of the research results. The appropriate technique will produce data that can be generalized to the population accurately. In addition, the size and method of sampling must be adjusted to the research design, population characteristics, and available resources. Researchers must consider methodological and practical aspects in the sampling process so that the research results are truly representative. Maybe that's all I can convey in this video. Hopefully it's useful. And thank you for watching. See you. Bye.